Are y'all ready to have some fun? Then you're in the right place. Welcome to Carolyn's Corner Live. The show will begin shortly. Thanks for joining us. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Carolyn's Corner Live for the second time tonight. I feel like I'm running around with the chicken with my head chopped off. I'm so glad you're all here. I know you're not here yet, but I know you're on your way. So, ladies and gentlemen, we got a really great guest, another great guest. I'm so excited about featuring this great man. Let me just check this. I'm going to check and make sure everything's working. Could whoever that's watching just send me a little quick message? We like to make sure we can see all of your comments before we start. And I'm going to check this real quickly. Oh, there we go. Now we should be able to. Could somebody just say hi real quick in the comments? I want to make sure it's working. So I am here with a great guy tonight, and I have had so much fun getting to know him as we've been getting ready for this show. Please help me welcome Mr. George Rendon. Yay!
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, we need an applause button, George. George, welcome to Carolyn's Corner Live.
I start out by saying thank you. Thank you very much.
You are welcome. I love that little Elvis tribute, Elvis impersonation. So,
Oh, yeah.
George, I'm so glad you're here with us tonight. Hold on just a second. Can someone say anything? Just say hi. There we go. Thank you so much. Thank you, Edgar. Edgar, I'm glad you're here. Edgar says, hello, George and Carolyn. Hello, Edgar. Edgar's a good friend of ours. He's just such a great guy. He's always supporting us and on the show. We have a lot of people that never let us down. I can always count on their beautiful presence as a present. So, y'all, this is George.
I get to see Edgar.
Oh yeah, I wish we could see him, but we can only see his comments.
Okay.
Yeah, we can't see him. That would be really cool if we could do that. If we could bring everybody on the show, we've been having one big party.
Good.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Mr. George Rendon. So, welcome, George. Before we get started, I'd love for you to tell us a little bit about yourself, whatever you'd like to share. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, like I said, I'm 76 years old, and back in Houston, you know, I had a shoe shine box, and I could go up and down Market Street, and I was hearing all the back when country was country.
Yes, sir.
Very prized, Webb Pierce, Hank Williams, and all them. And I kept on the songs in my head. Never could read no music, but there was always a guitar on the wall. My uncles and all them played live in Victoria.
Okay.
And so whenever I did finally pick up a guitar, it seemed like I could play it already. Now, I started playing when I was probably about 16, and I ought to know more than I know. But the only reason I played it is because I told him one time that my daddy would take me into little ice houses over there. And he'd go up there and ask a band, is it okay if my boy sings a couple of songs? I said, oh, yeah, man, I'll jump up there. And I tried to. So I knew Johnny Cash songs by that time and everything. But I knew that I couldn't rely on a band to be there all the time. So that's when I started picking up the guitar.
Okay.
And the rest of the story.
Yeah. So you did it out of necessity. That's cool. That's cool. So how long? You were 16 when you first picked up your guitar, right?
Yes.
So you have been playing a long time.
Yes. But I never wanted to play lead because my voice was always my lead instrument. And
I like that.
I rhythm,
Yes, sir.
And I started probably about I was 19 years old when I started playing for money in the bars.
Okay.
I wouldn't know enough to drink, but I was getting there, making money and still doing what I want, loving to sing.
Wow. So you started getting that attention, and I bet you just were thrilled. Was it scary at first, or were you just happy to do it? You loved it.
Never scared.
You were never scared. So it's like you were meant to do that, right, George?
Exactly. I was like I entertained. Like I said, Vicente Fernandez.
Wow.
He was I tell people, anybody that don't know him, I said he was a George Strait, Elvis Presley, John Wayne, Clint Eastwood, and everything combined together.
Yeah.
And but I wasn't imitated, intimidated.
Yeah.
Didn't bother me a
It was
bit.
just a man.
And when he came up, I asked him if he could sing, and he said, "No, I'm on vacation. I didn't come to work." I said, "Okay," but I love this. When I started, just me and my guitar, sit down and started singing, and he saw how his family, took to me. He couldn't stand it. He said, "George, can I borrow your guitar?" I said, "Oh yes, oh yes."
Wow.
And so I got that picture I sent you. That's my guitar he's playing. It never dawned on me to get him to autograph it.
Oh my gosh. You know what? You never got him to autograph it. You know what? While you're talking, I'm gonna pull up that picture and put it on the screen so people can see it if they missed it. Keep,
Yes.
keep telling us that story. That is so cool. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, but I told him, I said, good, but I want pictures of this. And anywhere I take that, show that picture, everybody says, how? How did you do that? I call that my claim to fame. Then
Wow.
I've
I'm
yet to meet.
downloading it right now so I can show it. And you have proof in a picture. That's
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
cool,
Oh, yeah.
George.
And I don't know about how many people out there know Dale Reeves. But Dale Reeves is a Grand Ole Opry star.
Oh my
And
gosh.
well, I was working in the Ramses Pass at the DuPont, refinery.
Yes, sir.
And so they came into town, and they asked
There's that picture, y'all. I want you to see it. So you see this. I'm sorry. Hold on, George. You see Vicente Fernandez, sorry, on the right, correct? And Mr. George Rendon on the left. Is that right?
yes, hey, and I'm
Wow.
still sitting the same way there.
Yeah. Look at
Leaning on
that,
my
y'all.
elbow.
Look at that. That's pretty cool. Go ahead. Finish your story. That's a cool
And,
story.
and so when Dave got tired of being on a bus, the touring bus, so they stayed at the Travel Lodge, where I was.
Uh-huh.
And he said, the band said, "Where's all the women?" And the manager said, "I don't know, but I know who does." So he called me, and I went up there, and I love this. And so I went up there and jamming. I was jamming with his crew, and he was playing golf with the mayor.
Oh my
So
goodness.
whenever he walked in, I was playing "Touch My Heart, Feel the Hurt" by Ray
Oh,
Price, and
wow.
he walked in and closed the door behind him and stood there until I got through singing. And so we got talking, and so I lined him up with a date, for that night. So we double dated,
Yeah.
but the girls that actually me and him could have gone by ourselves
Yeah.
because we spent time talking and talking,
Yeah.
and the girls are talking too. And then whenever and I was wanting to announce him, he said no. You know,
He wanted to keep it down low, didn't he?
yes.
Wow. Well, hold on, George. I want you to answer this question. Edgar wants to know, hey George, how old were you when you met my favorite charro singer, Vicente Fernandez?
That was 20 years ago.
20 years ago, Edgar. Wow. Isn't that cool? And you didn't know you'd be coming on Carolyn's Corner Live to share it. And
No, I
Edgar,
didn't.
his favorite person, Vicente. That's
And,
pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
and he is such a jewel, Vicente. Soft spoken, soft spoken, everything. And
Wow.
uh, like Dale, when I took him and I took him back to his room with a lady, and he just I took and kissed her hand and
Oh,
thanked her, for it.
very
So
nice.
I was always reluctant to tell that, especially on social media. Uh, but man, he was a perfect gentleman himself.
Wow.
It was him and I. And he wanted me. He said, "Whatever you're doing, you're wasting your time. You need to come to Nashville."
Oh my gosh. So for somebody like that to tell you that, what did you think when you heard him say that? I mean, I'm sure that's what you wanted too, right?
No, it wasn't.
It was not. Oh,
Uh, uh, I didn't feel like my main thing so when I do work, when I do it, uh, it seems to take something away from me. because I've always loved to just share my music.
Yes.
And I played, for thousands of people at one time.
Wow.
But I just didn't like punching the clock. and
Yeah, you want it to be a free spirit and be able to go and come and go as you want and set your own
yes,
rules, your own limits.
and
Yeah, you know what? That I hear that from a lot of people. And
yes,
so you've been able to do that, haven't you? You kind of just did your own thing.
yes, I have.
And
And
and to me, you've almost been more successful because you've been able to do what you love, how you want to do it, and when you want to do it, right, George?
I kept my day job.
And
But,
kept your day
but
job.
I'm a paint contractor, so I still get to do what I want. Just
Wow.
uh, uh, George Jones had a song that said, I live the kind of life a lot of men only dream of.
Yes.
Make a living writing songs and singing them. Well, I do that, with if I haven't got a guitar in my hand, I had a paint gun in my hand as a paint contractor. So
Wow.
even when I was a little kid, shining shoes, I always had shoe polish on my fingernails, but I always had a pocket full of money. And so as a grown up, a lot of times I got to make sure that the paint is off my fingernails,
Yes, sir.
and I'm still making
Wow.
it.
That is
It's
so cool.
I have before Carolyn and first I used to thank God for the vocation He chose for me when I was 16 years old.
Yeah.
But He let me know that He chose that for me before I was even born.
Really?
Yeah.
How's that? How did he let you know before you were born?
No, it was instilled in me.
Oh, I got you. You knew it. You knew
It
it.
was it was instilled
Wow,
in me.
that's so cool. And to find something that you love, that you're passionate about more than one thing, what a blessing, right, George?
It's like I'm not working.
Yes. That's how
Working.
I feel about doing Carolyn's Corner. Because to me, it's not, it's what I should be doing. And I've been so blessed just to be able to
Well,
do it.
look at you. You having a ball doing that.
I'm having so much fun, beyond blessed. That's the only thing I can say. I tell everybody that. I'm
It's all
beyond blessed, and I'm just going to keep praying that God keeps it coming, because I want to keep doing it if it's his will. So I want you to do me a favor, George. I love your shirt that you're wearing. Tell everybody out there that's watching what you told me about that shirt when I told you how much I like it.
Oh, my wife, bought it for me. And one time my daughter bought me one, and I think my wife said, "Well, she's not gonna outdo me." So it was two Western songs, and
Oh,
then no, she didn't really say that. I just had living. That was and she said she bought the first one. Yeah.
okay.
So anyway, so that one time we got to go to the steakhouse. She said, "I want you to wear the shirt." I said, "I don't want to wear it." And I saw her kind of puff up a little bit, so I gave in and put it on. And I got in there and I said, that thing's a chick magnet. So the women, oh, I love that shirt. I love that shirt.
I love that. I bet your poor wife was like, "Oh God, I wish I wouldn't have told him to wear that shirt."
Yeah. No, I liked it. Yeah,
Yeah,
she did.
she liked it. Yes. So y'all may, George, you're welcome to introduce Miss Mary, your wife, if you want to, because I can hear her, and I know everybody wants to see your lovely wife if she wants to. I don't want to put her on the spot.
But I've always told her that she should be seen, heard and not seen. But okay,
Oh, goodness gracious.
I doubt so. I really don't think that's true.
you want
So George's lovely wife, Miss Mary, right,
Yes.
Mary.
is there. I can hear you, Mary. Scoot over closer to your husband real quick so we can get a look at you.
All right.
There you go.
Wasn't really ready for all this, but
I
okay.
know. I just want you to meet him. Hi, Mary. Oh man, y'all make the best couple. I can just tell. How long have y'all been married?
I
6
think
years.
6 years.
6 years. That's all for real.
Yeah.
You can't
6
ever
years.
ask a man to commit
That's
like
even
that,
better. That's even better because you would think you've been married forever. That's like me and my husband. We've only been married since 2005. People think we've been married for 40 years, because we
Okay.
just click. We just get along and we click. 2005, that's a while, but it's not 30 years. It's not 35 years.
Well,
Well,
then,
well,
We
I
got
sure
married
am
in
glad that.
2015.
Do what, honey?
I said we got married in 2015.
Wow, very, very nice. So everybody, this is Mary, George's wife. So how do you like when he's out singing? You like that, Mary?
I love it. I love him to do that.
I bet so. I bet you're like so proud. I can't even imagine. That would be so cool. Be like, hey, that's my husband. That's my husband.
Her brother is the one that taught me how to play guitar when I was 16 years old.
Oh, wow.
Her brother.
So we've been knowing each other since I was 10.
That's what I was going to say. So you knew each other all those years ago and just got married in 2015.
But we didn't see each other for 10 years after that. She was 10 years old.
Wow.
And when I was 20 years old, I was in Houston, and I heard it said George Rendon. Do you remember me? And I looked around and saw a cute little brunette, and I said, "No, I don't remember you." So she told me who she was, and us men, after 10 or 12 times, I catch right on.
Yeah.
And so I told her, I said, "Wow, last time I saw you, you was 10 years old. You was a cute little girl, and you turned into a good-looking broad."
Oh,
Man.
that was a good pickup line there, George.
Oh yeah. But
Wow. I just love your relationship. I already do. I mean, that y'all would be fun to just hang out with. I can tell y'all are good.
Let me tell you the innocence behind that.
Okay.
I was only 20, so.
Yeah.
She's 20 and I was 25. And I said, I didn't know it was offensive. And she said, "How would you like it if I called you good looking stewardess?" I said, "I am." It wasn't good. That's a badge of honor when somebody called you that.
Yes. Wow, that is so cool. That is so cool.
And his brother loved to take me home. He had 9 sisters.
Oh,
He forbade me to get near either one of them. He said, "I want you for a best friend, not a brother-in-law."
yeah, for real. That's funny how y'all ended up together after all those years. You never know what's going to happen in life, do you? Or who God's going to send your way. That's so amazing.
About 60 years later, she saw me on Facebook.
As a mutual friend.
And surely he can't still be living. Because I tell people I spent most of my teenage years behind bars and my adult years in the bars. Too.
Very smart. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
wow.
God delivered me from all them.
That's great.
So
Man, look at you now. So you've written. Let's talk a little bit about your music. So you've written some really good songs. I know you have. We've got 2 videos tonight that we're going to play songs that you've written. So let's let them hear one of them. The first one that we're going to play tonight is "Goodbye Bin Laden." Interesting title. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that one, George?
Okay. Well, whenever I was driving down the road and I heard the news, and like everybody else, I had to pull over on the side of the road.
Yeah.
And what really ticked me off is some goofball DJ thought it was a good joke, but then they wasn't joking. I thought they were just
really.
And so man, probably about 2 days of that going around in my head, I went ahead and boom, boom, boom. I wrote the song probably about within an hour or something like that.
One of those that came to you pretty quick, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, that was something else. The whole thing, and I know we all remember that. Whether it be, we all have our opinion on that, but somebody had to write it. I'm sure there were a lot of songs, but I can't wait to hear yours. I cannot wait to hear this. So, are you ready for me to play this first song for them, George?
Yes, I got just one more thing.
Yes.
I had to go to court here on back to kick a guy out of my house.
Oh no!
I let him come in. After I put the house up for sale, and he slid under my radar. He said, "Oh, he's persecuting me for a guy's namesake and everything, and all this and everything." So I said, "You can stay here for $400 a month." I said, "But I got it for sale." So any time and people come, they're gonna want to show the house, but within he wouldn't let them in.
Oh no!
And he trashed it. So he paid one rent, and the rest time, he just every once in a while. So I finally evicted him. But so he got up there, and the judge, when that thing about finding favor with people, asking God, let's find favor with people, like I did with you.
Yes, sir.
And so she read mine, and then she told him, said, "You got a week to get out." And he said, "Aren't you going to read mine?" She said, "I already know your track record." You know, and
Wow.
so and the goofball. Then he said, "Well, what if I don't get out in a week?" He asked the judge that, and she said, "You see the big burly bailiff with that 9 millimeter or whatever was 357 on his hip?" She said, "He don't like people like you." She said, and then he changed. He said, "Well, I want to go ahead. I want another week to be able to put that place back to where we found it." He said, "Mr. Rendon, and so he plays music for us, and we break bread together. This is what I love. He's a good singer. The bailiff, which I didn't recognize him, he said, I know, I got one of his CDs." And so that guy could find out that bailiff I painted his barn.
Oh my gosh.
A couple of years before that. And
Wow.
he gave him one of my CDs, and he called me. I think the same night, he said, "George, I'm about to wear the CD out, and my wife's about to wear my feet out, doing a two-step to it."
That's so great. Wow, what a small, see, that's when you're in the favor. So how many CDs have you done, George?
Oh, goodness. A
Uh,
lot.
A lot, huh?
yeah, I really got a bunch of them, and I got it in my safe. So
Wow.
maybe put all of them, on one DVD or something like that.
Yeah.
But that's the thing about it. I thank God, for the talent to write. But I love to sing other people's songs too.
Yes, sir. Oh yeah.
To give them honor.
Absolutely. Well, there's so many good songs out there to sing. I
Oh,
completely understand that. I
so
really, really do. Wow.
our
So I
heroes.
can't wait to hear your songs. We got a couple of songs, and then I think you're going to sing one of your covers, I believe, or whatever you decide to sing after that. Usually we say originals only, but we want to make sure that we get to hear the full range of George, right?
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. So are you ready to play? You ready for me to play Goodbye Bin Laden then and let them check out the video?
Let's see it.
All right, awesome. Well, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, here is George Rendon with a song that he wrote after all the mess with Bin Laden called Goodbye Bin Laden. Check it out.
There it is.
Hello, Bin Laden. Do you know who I am? By the fear in your eyes, I think you may. Your plan went off so well. You made our lives a living hell. But now your time has come, and you must pay. You can cuss us all day long, burn our flag from dust to dawn. When you hurt one of ours, you have to pay. We'll make you rue the day that you ever looked our way, 'cause you're about to face your judgment day. We may fight among each other, say things to hurt the other, the way brothers and sisters often do. But we will make a stand for that old red, white, and blue, to defend her against the likes of you. Shoot, John. Thank God for the Red Cross, she's helped us through and the Bush legacy lives on and on. From the father to the son, we stand behind him till it's done. And united we stand no matter what may come. We may fight among each other, say things to hurt the other, the way brothers and sisters often do. But we will make a stand for that old red, white, and blue, to defend her against the likes of you. And together I know that we will see her through.
I still love it.
What
I
a
still
good
love it.
song, George. And man, I really love your voice, sir.
And thank you. And that I got to give John Marquette. He's the one. We did this in his living room, and
Nice.
he's the one. I met him by 1989. A place called Della's Hideaway up there on 46 in Boulevard. And
Okay.
and anyway, so she was hiring, 5 or 6 piece bands, and then one time I came in there, and another time John came in there as solo acts, and we just about took over the place. After that, until after a while, you don't want to get too much of a good thing, and I don't want to get stagnant in there either, so I like to go out in other places, and they want to play there every weekend. But him, he's probably about maybe about 5'4", something like that. But he played a southern rock,
Wow.
country too. But he can eat up the guitar, and he'll be flat-footed on the floor. Next thing you know, he'd be on top of a table.
Wow.
And so we just bonded, together, even up to this day. Sometimes
That is great.
we do gigs together now, like grand openings. We're back
Man.
with Vicente Fernandez, the attorney that hired me, because I was getting 300, for a solo, and
That's pretty
now,
good, actually.
yeah, and especially for them times.
Yes.
Yeah. And now we get $1,000 to $1,200 a night.
That's really good, George. It's so well deserved too. Yes. You've earned it and you deserve it.
When me and that guy get together, because I do my classic country, and he does southern rock.
Oh,
And we put on a good show. And,
I bet that is a great show. So have you ever had a big band, or has it always just been you with your guitar?
No, I've had a big band before, but it's hard to depend on people.
Yeah, it is. It's easier to depend on yourself. Yeah,
And
I agree.
a couple of them want to bring their wives in,
Yeah.
too. And like I remember one time we was playing in Chorizo Springs, and that wife of his, because he's the one that started a band, but because they didn't have a singer, so we got together. She knew 3 songs, and that's it. And that's she wanted to sing then 3 songs, through the whole 4 hours. We did.
Yeah. You can't do that.
No.
Wow.
And,
I bet you've had a lot of ups and downs, highs and lows, but it seems like it's better when it's just you by yourself.
Yes, I can depend on me.
Yeah, you don't have to ask anybody or do any. Yeah, absolutely. So have you ever played down here in the Beeville area or in the Corpus Christi area, George?
Well, I did back in the 70s. I mean, in the early 70s.
Yes, sir.
Little bars and stuff like that around there.
Wow.
But mainly when I first got to Ranzas Pass, one of the guys in the crew, he said, "George, you're gonna miss the golden opportunity if you don't take the guitar down to the pool."
If you don't what? Take your guitar out to the pool?
to the swimming pool.
Oh, this is going to be a good story.
Oh, and
To get the women.
the magnet, the guitar, the guitar's a magnet. I found out. Well, look at Steve Tyler. That guy probably couldn't get a date at the women's death row. You know, but
If he didn't play music.
yeah, it's true.
And his personality.
Yeah,
So
and
what you're telling me, the guitar gets you ladies. Is that what you're saying?
yes.
He's got them out again.
George.
Yeah.
I hear Mary in the background. Mary, did that help get you to that guitar and his voice?
No, no, I didn't. I just knew I knew George Rendon all my life, and
Yeah.
whenever I found him on Facebook, I just said, "Look, this is do you know a guy named Larry Collins? I'm his oldest sister, Mary Ruth." And he says, "Well, I know Larry Collins, and I know a Mary Ruth, but you know, yeah, I know you." And he tried to talk with us on what's that anyway, we had to end up calling each other because we kept messing up. And so we just had I said, "I can't hear a word you're saying. You're on Messenger, and I can't understand you."
Or text it. Or text
Yeah,
it
and
also.
I would much rather talk to somebody on the phone because I'm terrible at texting too. And yeah, the messenger, it always messes up. I think that's why they call it messenger, because it messes up.
Yeah, that was good. Did you just make that up?
I think so, George. I think we should patent that, make $1 billion.
That was good.
That is so good. Wow, that's so cool. I think that's so neat. So let's play another song that we have, okay, George? So okay, so somebody named Cynthia Keith Wilcoxon says, "Hi, Mom, Mary Ruth, Merchant Rendon, and George Rendon."
That's my daughter.
Well, hello there, Cynthia. Let me see if it's on here so I can put it on the screen. I saw it on my phone.
I see it.
There it is. Well, hello, Cynthia. I'm so glad that you're joining us, honey. So you are Mary's daughter. How cool, how cool, how cool. It's so good to see you, Cynthia. We're having a good time talking to your mom and George. They're just really great people. I don't need to tell you that. You already know that. You're related to them. That's so great. So, George, the next song that you have that we have a video to, if you're ready, because I don't want anybody to miss this. I love the title of this. It's the name of it is "He Only Receives." And man, I listened to just a little of this, George. I don't listen to the whole songs on purpose because I want to be surprised when I hear the whole song.
Good move.
So the story was,
Yeah, so tell us about that song, George.
Well, I had been married to my second wife for I think 20-something years, and not too long after we got married, she developed cancer. But cervical cancer. But she still lived about another 17 or 18 years after that, and then she did pass. And naturally, I was going through a time.
Yes.
And
2015.
2015, and so I was drinking heavy. I was drinking heavy anyway. I was living up to my reputation as a painter and a singer. So anyway, at that time I was going to a Methodist church, and I had one of the finest pastors I've ever seen. I put her against any man. Named Kimberly Landish Burke.
Okay.
And she was saying one time that it irks her when she's preaching a funeral and somebody's shaking their fist at God for taking their loved ones. She said, "He doesn't take them, he receives them." And so he received it. So man, I left home.
Wow.
On wings.
Oh, you gave me goosebumps, George.
Well, I got home, and every other thing I did, I recorded. Anything that you saw, that you heard for the video, I did that on the telephone.
Yes, sir. Oh, wow.
Just me and my guitar and the telephone. And so I got home, man, just got me a bite to eat, got my guitar, got my phone, put it on the windowsill. And I never even wrote the words down. It just started coming to me. And I tell people, I said, God wrote the song, he just let me put my name on it.
Oh, wow. Hey,
That's,
somebody's at the door.
Yeah, that's his phone.
Oh,
that,
wow. Now that's a nice ringer. So
that,
God
no,
wrote the song. He just let you put your name to it. That's beautiful, George.
oh, that bell you heard,
Yeah.
no, that's our prayer.
Our prayer thing
On our
on our
telephone
phones.
to let us know
Nice.
that the prayer is on.
Oh, that's beautiful. Oh my goodness. That's dedication. I love it. So I heard a little bit of this song. And again, I did not listen to the whole thing, but the little bit I heard, I was like, oh, it's probably going to make me cry because I just recently lost two family members too. But you know what? Everybody needs this because everybody goes through loss. And especially recently, a lot of people have lost people that they love.
Well,
And
I've heard some people say, they quit it, stopped it because it started crying. I said, it's got a happy ending.
Yeah.
yes.
Listen to it.
Wow. Yeah, he only receives. That's beautiful. Golly, he didn't take them. He only receives. Man, that's beautiful, really, George. Okay, let's. Oh, wow. I'm so excited to hear this. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for this because I already know it's going to be a great song. This is George Rendon's song, courtesy of his pastor, called
Yes.
He Only Receives. Here we go.
When you lose a loved one, your mind is in a blur, wondering how you will go on without her. With your head in your hands, trying hard to understand what you did to deserve all this hurt. With your hands in the air, you drop to your knees, then you scream out to God, why'd you take her from me? When out of the blue, he whispers tenderly, he said, I didn't take her, son, I only received. You see a grave in the ground, opens a door in the sky. You see her again, there's no need to cry. Just remember these words and only believe that your God never takes, son, I only receive. Know your God never takes, son, I only receive.
Wow, George. That is a beautiful song. Thank you so much.
That has been played in so, like I said, the first year it had over 15,000 views on it. And that was 5, 6 years ago, But they play it at celebrations live, is what we call it nowadays,
Yes.
on the big screen.
Oh my gosh. I wish I would have known this song existed before, George, because I would have played it for my mom and my sister. Wow, that's beautiful. So I saw my husband brought in our tablet because people were commenting and somehow I didn't see them. So let me tell you what these people are saying, okay? So first of all, we have Leah Rendon, and she says, "Hi, Pops."
Good.
My
And
little
then
girl.
we have Charles Queen said, "Hey, George." And then we have Leah Rendon again. She says, "Hi, Daddy." Oh, that's so sweet. And then Gwendolyn Queen says, "Hey, George, it sounds good." And then Kelly Coates says, "Love you." And then my husband told me George's daughter is on here because somehow I didn't see those on the other. And
Yes.
Kelly Coates said, "I love you. Thank you for this song." And Robert Barella said, "Hey, George." And Charles Queen said, "Hey, brother." And then Gwendolyn gave you a beautiful picture of a little girl holding a hearts with hearts holding up. So people love you, George, and they love that song. Thank you so much. Wow.
Charles Queen,
He's a singer
he's
too.
a singer too. That's Gwen's husband.
Oh, great. Wow. Well, thank you all for being here. I don't know why I didn't see that. It's really strange. I don't know why I didn't see that. But now I see one. Thanks. Cynthia said, "Beautiful, George, and very touching to my heart and soul." Thank you,
Thank you.
Cynthia. I know, right? George, you absolutely have a gift for sure. You already know that. You got, yeah, isn't that
What it is.
amazing? Wow.
It is a
I've
gift.
been telling him that for a long time.
Yes, man.
Now,
I can.
Charles Queen, Eddie. Oh man, that guy.
He's a singer too.
That guy's a singer too. And
What does he sing? What kind of music? Same thing, country or?
pretty well, what I
Country,
saying.
Elton.
Wow.
And
Well, Charles, if you want to send me a couple of songs and let me check you out, maybe you'll be the next guest on Carolyn's Corner Live. You never know.
oh yeah.
So,
And,
Charles,
well,
if you want to,
he's closer to you than I am. He lives in Rockport.
oh my gosh, are you serious?
Yeah.
Yes, Charles, if you'd be interested, send me a couple of songs. I'd love to feature you. As long as they're original songs, that's pretty much our only rule. Good songs and original songs. We love to feature local talent, whether they be local or from afar. I'm just loving this because it's so awesome to be able to bring people together for the love of music. And honestly, our little motto is we want to share love through the joy of music. That's
Yes,
what I
right.
want to do. And we're doing that. We are doing that. Praise God. We are doing that.
That Eddie, when I heard him, and I told him, I said, I met my equal. I said, I met my equal.
Wow.
I said, George, we need to form a little group and call ourselves the Equals.
Oh, that's a good name for a band, George. You're right.
Yeah.
I said, it sounds too much like the Eagles, but the Equals.
Yeah, make sure they know it's not the Eagles, but the Equals. I like that. That's a really good idea. That's a really good idea.
Yeah.
So yeah, George, if you want to, is it George, right?
Yes, ma'am.
No, I'm sorry. I mean, Charles. Charles, if you want to send me something, please do. I would love to consider having you on the show. So we have something else. We got time to do this. So George, I know you play the guitar and I know you sing and I know you're fabulous, man. I would love to be able to go see you live. Do you have any shows that are coming up anytime soon? Are you still doing shows or no?
Oh, I do like we do the high-end custom homes. Sometimes as a party,
Yes, sir.
and hire myself out. As if I didn't make enough money off them already. But with them, I can do it for nothing. Just
Aw.
so the
Yeah.
friends I met, or
Wow.
a grand opening will come up, something like that. I just like I said, I quit drinking about 5 years ago, so I kind of stay away, from the bars.
No, I absolutely understand. Yeah. And did you retire from painting? You're already retired from that, right?
No.
No.
You're still working?
Uh, well, I'm really,
He's got a
I'm really more or less the helper now.
he's
Yeah,
Wow.
the crew.
Expediter.
Oh, fancy.
I bring the material and make sure that they don't run out. And the crew that I have now, this is so good. Because
Sweet couple.
one time, Mary and I said I need to take my Rendon painting back, and she said, "Well, let's pray." So we did, and I know it's politically incorrect, but I told God to send me some hungry Mexicans. That's what I told him. And somebody will scoff at that. I said, no, if y'all watch Rocky, as long as he kept the eye of the tiger and was hungry, he was making money.
Yeah, that's true.
But I've had this one 5 years already,
Wow.
and I split 50-50 with him. If I do a job
He
for
is good.
$10,000, he gets $5,000.
Wow.
He gets $5,000.
That's so good of you, George, because he's
But
doing a
he
lot of
earned-
work. That's amazing. Yeah.
He earns it every, and I
Yeah.
tell him,
Well, you know
I,
that's how you do it. If you find people that you trust and that treat you right and that do a good job, you keep them and
take
you
care
treat
of
them
it.
well. Yeah.
I told him,
Wow.
one time, I said, man, I think that dang brush of yours is bewitched. I think you could let go of it and it'll still keep. That's how good he is.
Mm-hmm.
And also tell people, I said, he is what I used to be.
Wow.
The painter he is now is what I used to be. But it's like I said, about when people can't do it like they used to, instead of doing it, then we teach. We
Yes,
teach.
absolutely. Wow, that's great. So, are you going to play something live for us real quick, George, or no? Yes,
Yeah.
I hear a guitar. What are you going to play for us tonight?
This song right here, I got it on one of my CDs, and I said, I thank God for the gift that He gave me, and I take it serious. I said, well, I'm fixing to do a gospel song, and I'm gonna have a little fun with it,
There
with
you
Willie,
go.
with Willie. Just a close walk with Thee, my friend, dear Jesus is my plea. Daily walk He goes to me, let it be, dear Lord, let it be. I am weak, thou art strong. But Jesus, keep me from all wrong. Will I be satisfied as long as you walk? Let me walk close to Thee. And I had to stop it because I got a little frog in my throat.
Uh-oh. I hate it when that happens.
But here's a
I like your impression of Willie Nelson too.
oh, thank
Oh
you.
yeah, he's
That
pretty
was
good.
nice.
Here's the one that I wrote also. I spent most. I'm gonna need a little help with this. I spent most. That better.
Yes.
Let it.
There you go.
I spent most of my life going down the wrong road, hoping that someday I'd find something that would bring joy to my life and leave all these worries behind. But I didn't know till I found Him that day just what I'd been running from. But while I was running away from my God, I ran into the arms of His Son. Sometimes it's so hard for me to believe that someone could love me that way. Who knows? I went down in the thing that I've done, but He still stands beside me today. But I didn't know till I found Him that day just what I'd been running from. And while I was running away from my God, I came face to face with His Son. And while I was running away from my God, I ran into the arms of his son.
Oh, that's so beautiful, George.
Right from the heart.
That was so beautiful. Thank you. Golly. You still got it. You sound amazing. I love your voice. It's so cool.
So
And
much.
I don't know if I told you, but I lost my dad a long time ago, like 30, more than 30 years ago. And he, just like you, was in sang traditional country music. And you remind me of him so much. And he loved the pearl snap shirts like you have
Oh,
on. Yeah, I miss him so much, and you remind me a lot of him. He sang traditional country. He had a real strong voice like you do, and it just reminded me of him even more.
well,
Made
did you
me
did you pick up the guitar after him, or do you play?
He didn't play very well. He always wanted to, but he never. But he could sing. Boy, could he sing! Ooh, he was a good singer. And I got my love of music from him for sure. And I still don't play guitar well. I want to learn how to play more, but one of these days maybe. But I do write songs, so that's what I've been
Oh,
doing.
really?
Yeah, I write songs. And I wrote a song called "Still There," and your song just now reminded me about one of the lines that I wrote in my song. Because one of my verses is, I tried to find it in the bottle. I searched
Oh,
for
yeah.
it. Yeah, I searched for it in the arms of man. The
There you
peace
go.
I sought I could never find, but with
Wow.
through him I have. And
It is.
it's a powerful song. It's called
It's
Still There.
parallel. It's parallel
Yeah.
to mine. It sure
Yeah,
is.
it's still there. Because I need to record it, George. I haven't done it yet. It's on my list of ones to record.
Well,
Um,
I want to give a shout out to Vicky Cross also.
yes, isn't she wonderful? Yes, I got to meet her in person. Oh, yes, please go ahead. I've got a couple more comments. Please go
Yeah.
ahead.
Because she's the one that told me about you.
Yes.
And I would listen to her, and the main thing that it was just like you and your husband. There was always something about her lifting her husband up.
Yes.
You know, they stay in the background, but I guess like Dolly Parton,
I know. I know.
stay in the background. You know, but she's got a voice. She got a talent. Also,
Yes.
so whenever I send her my stuff, and boy, you know, she just sings my praises. And I told her, I said, that's a real praise coming from her.
Yes. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, yes. Hey, and guess what? I believe, if I'm correct, I think she's going to be on the show next Wednesday, the 3rd of August.
Yeah, she told me she was.
Yes, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm really looking forward to having her on because it's taken a while because she had a lot of different things and we were booked, and then we weren't booked. So I'm really excited that August 3rd, Vicky Cross is going to be coming on here. And I did get to meet her because I met her at the Opry in Victoria. My husband and I got to go, and we got to meet Marie McConaughey and Vicky and her husband. They're really good people.
Wow.
Yeah, it was really cool to meet them.
Well, something else that her and I had in common that I didn't know was, that guy might have name him Bobby Flores.
Okay.
Bobby Flores, which is Ray Price's fiddler.
Oh, okay.
And plus, he got a recording studio. And then I think I told you about. I ran into him at Walmart one day, and I spoke to him, and he said, I told him, I said, I see you on that Heartland, country music show out of Mason. And he said, how do you recognize me with that mask on? I said, you can't hide that hair of yours. Hair like Conway Twitty. But
Oh,
as we talked, and I did, humbly, because I told you about my music and everything, and I get him access to my videos that I have, and I real humbly told him, thanked him for being so approachable,
wow.
so approachable. And then I was telling Vicky about him, and then she said she's recorded, I think, at his studio, and then she told me he died about 4 weeks ago.
Yeah, that's so sad.
But when I see people like that, Alan Jackson, he said he made a point to when somebody approaches him, he said that I'm not going to treat them like my heroes treated me when I approached them.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, like George Strait, still still humble.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And then I ain't gonna say nothing about Dwight Yoakam. Yeah,
Wow. So
yeah,
I
I will say something about you know, um, he just think he believes his own press is what it is.
oh yeah.
I love his singing,
Yeah,
but
I do too.
one time they all sang at the rodeo, and he gives strict orders not to be disturbed. Well, Willie Nelson and Lyle Lovett, and there's some of the guys went there, to knock on his door, and he slung it open and said, "Did y'all not get the message? I'm not to be disturbed." And he slammed the door. Who can do that to Willie, man?
I don't think anybody has ever, probably the last person that ever did that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So I want to tell you real quick. I've got a few more comments. So we got Becky actually said, "Hi George."
hi,
Gwendolyn
Becky.
Queen says he goes by Eddie. Who goes by Eddie?
Charles
you-
Queen.
Oh, okay,
Yes.
okay. And then Kelly Coates said, "Jen said, love you, Papa."
Well, Jen is my granddaughter, and Kelly Coates is my late wife's daughter.
Oh, gosh, that's so sweet. Oh, y'all gonna make me cry. That's so sweet. And then Robert Barella said, "Hey George, y'all need to come on back here and see us. Bring your guitar."
That's her cousin, and
She's
he lives
sweet.
on La Mesa. And
Very
what a jewel!
nice.
What a jewel!
Got a really
That
good heart.
yeah, he sounds like it. And then Mike Lennox said, "Awesome, man. Love you, Uncle George."
Well, he's a nephew, my nephew from my first wife.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then I have one more. Rick Martindale said, "I am hearing you, George."
Oh,
That's a pastor.
that is our precious pastor.
Oh my gosh, Rick, thank you so much for being here. All of you, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Let me just remind you all, since you're here, like I just said, Vicki Cross will be on the 3rd of August, which I think is that this Wednesday? Let me look.
Yes, it is.
Yes, this coming Wednesday, 1 week from, well, pretty much 1 week from today. So we'd love to have you all back every week. We do this show Wednesday and Thursday, most Wednesdays and Thursdays, as long as we have a guest. We'd love you to have you all back because we really want to share the love through music and get these great people out there, get their music out there, and just enjoy some company and enjoy just great conversation. I'm loving having you on here, George and Mary.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Can I close this out? I don't know what our time is, but Rick Martindale.
Yes.
I bought a little backwater boat here a while back, and
Okay.
during the pandemic we couldn't get things anywhere, so I had to call it Canada, I think, and get it. It's only about 7.5 feet long, 3 feet wide, and weighs about 60 pounds. And
Wow.
I'm a painter. I'm a musician. I don't know anything about motors. So I put a trolling motor on a thing. A 10-pound thrust would have done it. I put a 60-pound thrust on it.
Oh, I don't think
so-
that's good, George. It may have.
Well,
Oh,
we had fun until
Well, Mary and I got in it, put it in the Guadalupe River, and I
Did
torqued
good.
that thing, and the front end went straight up in there. So Mary was up there looking down at me, and
I was laughing my head off.
she was laughing because she saw the look on my face.
oh my God.
Whenever the boat landed back, 'cause I backed off of it, and
I got out.
no, you're still in water.
Oh, yeah.
So it hit the water again, and but before it did that, I didn't get scared. I was just startled.
You were scared to death.
I was scared spitless.
I bet you were.
Yeah, but when it landed, then then they pushed it to the right, so we're going around in circles. Around in circles.
You were doing wheelies in your boat.
Oh yeah.
It was fun.
So
I bet it was fun. I bet it was.
so we I
Oh
learned
my
to
God,
paint.
y'all should have recorded it. Mary, you should have had your camera ready.
I know. I had no
Oh,
idea.
that would have been on America's Funniest Videos for
Well,
sure.
If we'd had a camera, it'd wound up in the water.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we toured around there for a little while, and I love these reality shows, like
Yes.
about Alaska and everything. One of my favorite is the Swamp People.
Yes, we love that too.
Oh, and Troy, She'll take that flat bottom boat and slide it right up on our land. Well, I said, I can do that. But,
Oh, no.
but mine was a V bottom. It doesn't slide. It's stuck. So,
I to knock me out of the boat.
yeah, so the back
Oh,
end
that's
went
so
up.
funny.
This time the back end went up. And come down. And I didn't know you're supposed to lift the motor out of the water when you get in shallow water. So after I got Mary out of it, I
Oh,
looked back here and said,
Young men help me out.
after I got her out, I said, "Where's my motor?" So it knocked the motor off into the water, and I did finally retrieve it. Patting, walking around barefooted out there. I put that thing on Facebook the next day.
you sold your
Rick,
boat.
Yeah.
Rick Martindale called me
Oh,
because
my God.
on my profile it
Yeah.
says I am a child of the King on it.
Nice.
So he said I want to deal with this man. Are you listening, Rick?
I hope so. Rick, are you listening to this?
So anyway, he called me up, and I went up there and went to his house, and I said I paid $1,200 for it. I'll take $1,000 for it. Said because he likes to go fishing and everything.
Yeah.
But the boat he had was too big. It was like a 3-man pontoon.
Yeah.
A little bass boat. He said on one condition that you take his boat with you. And that's the boat I was looking for in the first place.
No way.
So
But you
anyway,
traded it even.
yes,
Kinda, yeah.
but I couldn't get it registered, so I turned around, sold it for $300, and then he found another one, a brand new one for me online. From
Wow.
and anyway, but after we got through with the paperwork, I saw guitars lined up there. I said, what's with these guitars? Rick, he said, he's a songwriter, singer-songwriter. He said, I am a retired Baptist minister. And
Wow.
so, man, I got to talking, and I've been, he has every Sunday. The thing is, it's all about Jesus, is what our little program is. And I've been there with him now for the last, I don't know how many months. And
I think it's a year.
it's just close to years.
Yeah,
It's a Bible study. It's a Bible study. It's a Bible study, and we do that, and we eat, and then play music. So like, yeah,
Wow.
I got a place to I do a couple of specials,
Yes.
but the rest time, and we got another guy named Mike, and what a jewel.
Oh yeah, he's a good singer.
Wow.
Good singer and a awesome piano player, harmonica player, lead
Plays all
guitar
kinds of
player.
stuff.
And so anyway,
Wow.
so then another time we was putting up the guitars, and I said, "Are you ready to start a war or what?" So you got some weapons.
Oh.
Is what it is. And the man loves to fish and loves to hunt.
Yeah.
And now he got me enrolled in his little NRA thing where we got a rifle range out here.
Wow. So y'all become really close friends, and he's helping you out a lot.
I told and his wife named Claudia, and she's going through something right now. That we all lifted up a prayer. I think
Yeah.
a tumor in her brain. Precious, Precious. The whole little crowd there.
Wow. Isn't that great, George? So you never know where life is going to lead you. Look at this. You're still sharing your gifts with others, and you're doing it under your terms. You're doing it without going to the bars, without drinking, but you're
Exactly.
still able to share it. That's amazing. I think that's incredible, man. I really do. And you still have people surrounded around you that love music and love to play music. That's
Exactly.
so cool. So you're still doing what you love, and you
Exactly.
still get to help with the painting, and that's just so great, George.
It's
Man, it
true.
sounds like you've lived a life that anyone that's just perfect, because it's exactly like you said. It's exactly what you want to do and what you were chosen to do.
Exactly.
That is so beautiful. What would you tell we always get different singers and songwriters on the show. What would you tell anyone out there who is maybe a new singer songwriter out there trying to make it in the music business? What would be your advice?
First of all, I give him your name.
Aw,
First of all, I give him your name.
George, that's so sweet. I was not saying that so you would do
I know
that.
that. I know that. But through that, I can meet other people. And
Yes, sir.
the thing about it, said God has His timing in everything.
Yes, sir.
Everything is timing. I done found that out. To not try to get ahead of Him, because
Yeah.
I've had to learn that, and I've had to learn. Although I did it kicking and screaming, I'm having to learn patience.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you did.
I'm having to learn patience because
Wow.
like that little kid said, God, I want patience, and I want it right now.
Yeah.
I don't want to wait on it. But to tell I've had people that my nephew that he's tell me said he looks like Alan. He's passed now. Looked like Alan Jackson, but he sounded like John Anderson. Just
Oh,
singing, and he's a songwriter, picking a guitar. And one time, he said, Uncle George, man, I remember I used to see you walking in beer joints with your guitar slung over your shoulder. And I looked at the window and said, man, you had the women hanging all over you, buying you beer. And he said, I want to do that. And he wound up doing that. And so he was showing me, he was showing me something like that. And I said, hold up. I said, show me how you did that. And he said, Uncle George, you have no idea what that means to me. From my
wow.
hero. Ask him. I said, shut up and show me. Show me.
Yeah, because he thinks you know all of it. There's nothing he can show you. And for you to ask him that, I bet you that meant the world to him because you're his idol. I know. I know you are. And for you
Now,
to say, show me that, wow.
I got another story about that. Kelly, my bonus daughter. She's not my stepdaughter. My bonus daughter.
Bonus,
Uh,
I love it.
she, I gave him a guitar. He started playing. Well, you know how he thanked me. He said, George, I never knew how many mistakes you made until I learned how to play this guitar.
Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. So you're still out there touching lives with your music and just being you. And I tell you what, you honestly have touched my life, honestly, and I'll never forget you. You welcomed me like I was your daughter or your good friend, and I appreciate that very, very much. I feel like I've known you forever. I really, as soon as I talked to you on the phone, I was like, hey, it's George. George is so nice. My husband's like, man, he seems so nice. I said, yeah, he is. And you already called me baby, like I'm your daughter. And it just, or, oh, that's so sweet. I tell you what, it has been an honor to have you on our show. And I am so blessed that you came on, George. Yes, and shared some of your wisdom and some of your beautiful music. And I pray that you continue to bless others like you're blessing us tonight and keep doing what you're doing. I just know you will. And yeah, anytime if you do any new songs or anything, share them with me on Facebook, George, and I will share them. Tell people where they can find your music at, by the way, sir.
I just tell them on YouTube.
Okay, so it's George Rendon on YouTube, and that's Rendon.
Yes.
Let me see if I was going to put it on here. Let's see. No, because it's just George Rendon, Rendon. So y'all can go find him on YouTube. Please do. Please go and watch his videos, share his videos, share the passion that he has, and share the love for what he's doing. And it's really cool because George is in Spring Branch, Texas, which I thought was pretty cool because my brother-in-law, ex-brother-in-law technically, but whatever, actually lives there, and it's not a huge town. So the fact that you both live there, I thought was pretty cool.
We probably bumped into each other.
You probably have.
Yeah.
I guarantee he wouldn't forget you if he had met you. That's wonderful. So what would you like to add before we leave, before we get off here, George, tonight?
Just like we said, but God is still the main key in all this, and don't get ahead of Him. And one of the good things I'm gonna love after we get off here is I'll be able to take his shirt off.
Yeah. It sure looks nice, though. It sure looks nice, though. Well, George and Mary, thank y'all so much for being with us tonight. It means the world to me. Like I said, I hope you continue to be blessed and healthy and happy and do what you're doing. And who knows, our paths may cross again. Just keep in touch with me, okay?
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm gonna be watching you.
Yeah, good. Please do, George. Please, that means so much. Don't forget, Vicky's going to be on here next week. Please come on and comment while she's on here. Please, I'm going to count on you as being one of our new supporters. And you as well, Mary. Please, honey, if you can.
Okay, I will.
Will you hear me? I will comment. But
Yes.
I would like to know more about that guy what's it, the Gypsy Road? Gypsy Road, is that what it was?
Oh, that's Jeffrey Nallman.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, that was another guy. Oh, what's his name? It's right on I've had so many people now I can't remember his name.
It wasn't Willie something, was it? Because I saw him the other day with him, but he didn't sing that song.
No, that one, the Gypsy Road. Yeah, I like that song, Gypsy Road. I just looked at it the other day, but I just can't remember his name. I've got it right here. Hold on, because he also wrote a story. He wrote a children's book.
Yeah.
Let me look. Hold on, I'll tell you. That way you can look it up. Did you see it on YouTube?
Yo, yes. But a couple of days ago, I saw a guy named Willie Nellon or Willie Mellon.
Yes, Willie Mellon. Oh, what a great guy. You would love him. He is a singer-songwriter locally here, too. He's been on our show. Yeah, he's a great guy.
He wrote the one about It's My Truck.
Yes, isn't it a cute song?
Yeah, it was.
I thought it was so cute. He had so many cute songs. Yeah, we've had some really, really talented people on. Let me find this guy's the one that did Gypsy Road. Okay, here we go. It was Pete Markensteiner, actually.
Okay.
It's Pete Markensteiner. He's the one that did Gypsy Road. And I thought it was a really cool song. I did. We have had so many cool songs on our show to where I'm like, wow, how did I get so blessed? Wow. And these people are sharing it with me, and I'm getting to share it with the world and it's just so amazing what I'm getting to do.
Thank you for that.
Oh, you're welcome. I don't even know how it happened. It just did. And I just been the receiver.
Yeah, exactly.
I think I was just standing in the right place at the right time. Now, I do believe that God brought me to it. I do believe that.
Yeah.
Because I told my husband, things don't fall in place like this unless it's supposed to be. God making everything just fall into place.
This is true.
That's right.
I'm a big believer in that. And I told my husband, we're going to keep going and take it as far as we can. So now we're trying to do live podcasts on location. When we see it, like today, I interviewed a guy at the Republic barbecue place here, another singer-songwriter. So I'm going to do that as often as I can too, because I just love it. I think it's so neat. And I'm just, God, so fortunate, so blessed. So
we will be taking trips to Corpus. So I am going to drop in on you.
Yes, please do. Let me know. We can have lunch or something together, or dinner or whatever.
Yeah.
That would be great. We're in Beeville, Texas. Please just let me know. I would love to meet you in person because I want to give you both a big hug.
That would be great.
All right. Well, you two take care of yourselves. God bless you. Thank you so much. Mary, thank you.
Good night.
Thank you so much. Y'all take care of yourselves. Let me make sure I'm not missing any. Okay. And make sure, Rick, if anyone else wants to come on the show that writes and sings, send me your information right here on this Facebook. Okay. You can just message me. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in. God bless you. Remember, treat each other with kindness. Do one kind thing if you can. It's pretty easy, actually. Thank you so much. Good to see you all. Thanks for tuning in. Good night.
Good night.
Bye-bye.